It has finally happened. It has finally happened. We have made contact with Wetlantis! Or at least that's what we're claiming, but I can understand how... Oh my gosh, why are there so many water spots on the ground, actually? Hold up. What? Okay, is that... Wait a second, is that a side effect of meeting with the Wetlantians? That you end up with so much water everywhere? Wetlantians. Oh my gosh. Wetlantians gain less buzz from viewing marine life exhibits than other guests. They have the sea at home. Only recently resurfaced, Wetlantians are a real sight to most of our visitors. Guests who see a Wetlantian might make a bigger donation. They also really love knowledge and buzz, and they love buying posters, books, and toys to take it back home. Also, I wonder if they have very wet feet, because I just noticed that there are... do I need to put down like a caution sign? Oh, new hermit turtle. That is really, really wonderful. We're gonna go ahead and release that one into the wild, while I also sort of stare in awe and horror at all of the puddles of water everywhere. I actually do feel like we might need some sort of like warning sign to put down to be like, please watch your step, because apparently we have some visitors from the open ocean who have made things just a little bit slipperier on the ground. They seem to be trailing behind them a lot of water, which makes sense. We're not here to judge after all, but it does make me wish I had, what about this? The space gibbon bullard, something to drift around and something to dive into. And I like put this down as like a little interesting little like warning beacon just for fun. It adds a tiny bit of decoration, but until we get all of this cleaned up more, I feel like we should have some little like warning beacons so that people know like, hey, you might slip if you come over here, but not if we go ahead and, okay, maybe we don't need to have somebody who gets travel sick or is super gluttonous. Sea legs, oh my gosh. This is somebody ready to go when it comes to the ocean, actually. I didn't think fire resistance would be the thing I'd be searching for, but sea legs, immunity to seasickness events, globetrotter, fire resistance actually makes sense for somebody who is able to handle, you know, the water. I think that we do actually have Bergie the writer, welcome, welcome. I think you're actually going to be like our Wetlantian, because I guess you can clean up the pebbles, the pebbles. Oh my gosh, I was thinking about bubbles, the pebbles. How about we have you be, splash card? We gotta give you a really cool name. We'll have you be Wetlantis, Wetlantian ambassador. Ambassador. There we go. Bergie the writer, or Bergie. There we go. Wetlantian ambassador Bergie. Your whole job right now, maybe Wetlantians are afraid of like fires. We're gonna have you be our like person cleaning up the puddles to make the Wetlantians feel more at home and extinguishing the fires. That actually works out really, really well for us. I'm pretty happy about that. Also, I see we have tide pool photographer Misfortune working hard back there to clean up all of the water everywhere. That's very interesting that there's so much out there. Also, now that I said water everywhere, I wonder if the Wetlantians would get thirst when they're here, because they're from the ocean, and I don't want them or really our guests like drying up. So I wonder if we should I wonder if it's kind of cute to put down the water at various places where we already have fish. I don't know. Now that I think about that, I'm like, I wouldn't want to drink fish water, but I kind of do like the idea of just having a few water fountains placed next to the fish so that if people want to go ahead, and maybe that makes the Wetlantians feel more comfortable. And we do have these cool new bubble things that we can put down. That's actually kind of fun. Huh. that's not where I expected to go ahead and have our first order of the day's progress go. But you know what? Also, can we get like some windows down here? So, oh my gosh, that really helps out with just like lighting the place up. Huh. All right, I really like that. But welcome back, everyone. So we are preparing ourselves for Wetlantians visiting, but you may have noticed that they're not really into all of the like fish that we've got, because they've got fish. So instead, there's actually quite a few really exciting things that we need to do in order to go ahead and show them what the land has to offer with new plots. Look at all of this space we have to be able to like stretch our legs and have somewhere to be able to put down. I was actually thinking it'd be really fun to have some shops to make it look like a little market and to kind of divide the buildings up in a way where you could even kind of pretend that perhaps there are different buildings. Buildings that might, for instance, sell space cheese for some reason, and buildings that might go ahead and like... Whoa! Okay, sorry about that. I just realized that maybe you may have had a very hard time hearing me. So if this is where we're actually having to jump in because my beloved husband Chips was going to be like, darling, they can't hear you, darling. Welcome back to Two Pebble Museum here along the 2.C coast, where we are preparing ourselves to welcome Wetlantians to visiting our lands. And I'm also really glad that we now have cleaned up some of their wet feet. There definitely are wet-footed individuals among us, and we have a lot of people who really need maps, and I worry about our seashell guide because I feel like she's not getting enough to drink and eat, since there are indeed there's a lot of people who need maps. So I think we're actually going to make it possible for her to get some rest and also maybe something to drink, since she has to explain herself so much. I do think, let's see, getting a water fountain down, especially if we have Wetlantians visiting and they just need like something really quickly to sort of refresh them. We'll put down a water fountain behind her just in case. And then I think we need to get another one of the map kiosks and maybe another guide to go ahead and provide even more maps, since they seem to be extremely popular. I wonder if we should put the other map... Oh, somebody has been very sick. Wow, this place is really messy and a lot of chaos, and there's water everywhere. Do we have... Oh, that's why. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh dear. Alrighty then. So why don't we have a little doctor checkup? In fact, I wonder if we should go ahead and we can say, so staff, wow, I'm so sorry, security expert Meg. These things happen. Maybe we should go ahead and just check everyone for curses while we're out and about, just in case. Okay, no curses. That's good to see. Very good to see. And while we're here, we do actually want to go ahead and be searching the seas, or should I do some treading waters and just get somebody trained up, since we're about to go to Wetlantis, and I want to make sure that we can actually get down into the depths of the Wetlantian upper town. We need to attract 6 Wetlantian guests through marketing. Oh, we need to receive $13,000 worth of donations from Wetlantian artifacts. There's also the Numb Drop for cold water aquariums, which is another place that we are definitely headed next. And of course, the Wetlantian outskirts, where we now have a boat that we can go ahead and display. An undiscovered item, the conch horn, which for some reason people think is boring, which I find mildly offensive. And there is the underwater cave to the Wetlantian catacombs. We need to navigate a route through an underwater cave to make it safely to the Wetlantian catacombs. And we need a marine life expert and some janitors, of which we only have 5 janitors. Right! So, wow, we could also have a shipwreck and a cave collapse here. Wow! Pretty important. Pretty darn important to have some very skilled people helping us out on that. Submarine mechanic, there we go. Submarine mechanic, Silver Umbreon, you could prevent the shipwreck. And then, or the cave collapse, pardon me. And then it looks like Recycle Expert Aslan would be the one to prevent the shipwreck. Do I have, and then Fish Genesis Callium could prevent the slow sailing, but we might end up with a hull breach because we need a little more experience before, like, that's not a terribly dangerous situation. But you know what? I feel like this is a good opportunity for new experience, right? Right? And we're almost there. So, Submarine Mechanic Silver Umbreon, Recycle Expert Aslan, Fish Geneticist Callium. I feel like you are going to be reaching new heights with this expedition. Or actually, I guess new depths, since you're going to be going down. And while you all head out, I think it's very, very important that we search through and we find ourselves some new members of our janitorial crew who we could actually say are more like doctors. So I would also like to welcome Alari! So, Doctor, let's see, we could have this be Alari, also known as Cookie Brook, our wonderful artist who does so much of the art. And nope, not gonna, okay, I'm kind of tearing up a little bit because I saw the postcards that you recently made for our Patreon and I love them as usual. And they just, Chips and I, you draw so well. Okay, don't tear up, hold it together, Siri, hold it together. So I think we're gonna have you maybe be, okay, don't bang on that kid. I always get a little upset when I see the kids banging on the aquariums. So we'll have you be Dr. Alari. And I want you to be, maybe, oh, no, wait. We're gonna have you be watercolor artist this time because you're kind of helping out with cleaning up all of these bits and bobs, but I'm gonna keep you on cleaning for just a bit, and I have a feeling as the opportunity arises, we'll be able to get you some cool new training. Like for instance, if we have you doing that, and you're a bookworm, so you improve your training speed, I think we're going to have you join the track team at first, and then we're gonna build our way up to having you possibly get fire resistance too, or happy thoughts, and be able to help us out, because like watercoloring can make you feel really good. Also glad to see that security net expert Megan is no longer extremely sick all over the place. Good, because we have a new doctor to hopefully help out. We did indeed end up with somebody with a broken face. I'm so sorry, staff. I'm so sorry. Have we fully upgraded our bandage box? No. And we don't actually have any perks that would work on the bandage box just this very exact second. But I wonder if I can actually do some of those upgrades. We need a science expert if we're going to be building some of those things. And if we're going to be really getting our, you know, I'm about to say janitorial stuff again, but how about we have our Tideful photographer Misfortune put on a hard hat. You go have a nice collection of the metals at the Oreful Quarry so that we can start training up that staff. Oh dear, and I have so many things in here. Ooh, okay, Twisted Torso statue. That's a lot of money if we can get people to enjoy this. It really hates litter. So that's how we get the buzz bonus, is keeping this area clean. Well, isn't it a wonderful thing we get to hire so many new people who, we don't need a toilet terror person. Ooh, and a new zapper has been farmed. I think we'll go ahead and we will welcome in Crystal Alpaca. Crystal, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. You two are only on cleaning crew, but just for now, because I have a feeling we're gonna have you as well. I'm gonna actually have you train in pilot wings. We really need to, yeah, actually, we don't have a lot of pilot wing people for janitorial stuff either. Dang. Crystal alpaca. I might have you be crystal, crystal shiner, crystal collector, crystal polisher, alpaca for now. And you're going to actually possibly help us out a lot in our mines. I think we have Wetlantians, friends. Where are these puddles coming from? This is a lot of puddles. We're gonna have to get to the bottom of this. Also, hydrologist Veneer Dragon, it's wonderful to see you. You don't actually need to work the map kiosk right now. What are you good at? You have a nice smelling face. You're really good at customer service. You do have accomplished tickets. So you can go ahead and you can help out with checkouts. All right, and you can actually help out with the map. Oh my gosh, there's so much happening all of a sudden. Hey, and we're back. Oh, Fish Genesis Callium, hang in there. We'll get your broken face fixed and we'll go ahead and explore the catacombs. All right, good experience for everyone except those who may have broken their faces. But look at that! Fish Genesis Callium, you're already healing up that injury and we'll give you, well, I would give you a little raise, but I just realized we're still kind of in the losing money process. Tide Pool Photographer's back. Oh my gosh, so much stuff is happening. And that was actually a lot of metal that we just brought back too, so that was pretty cool. All right, so let's roll our sleeves back up and get ready to dive into the Wetlantian catacombs that we could unlock if we had 100,000 from the gift shop. Oh! Legend has it you can follow the expansive Wetlantian catacombs from one end of the county to the other, provided you don't get lost and can breathe underwater. And there's more Wetlantian artifacts there. I think we need to get Wetlantians to bring up some... They probably have tons of sunken treasure! They probably have tons of sunken treasure gold! We absolutely need to be exploring that too! And then there's the Ravenous Caverns! Oh my gosh. Okay, this is pretty intense over here too. Would we even have anybody that... Okay. Wow. We would actually have people who are talented enough, like Shark-Tooth Dentist Schmotter, Captain Junebug, and Diver Cobalt Knights, who could come in and who apparently could go ahead and explore the underwater cave. I'm more than slightly amazed. I think we'll send them out on this expedition too. And dang, so... All right. Oh no! My museum space inspection I got fined for. That's why people might have started not showing up as much. Okay, we've got to get ready for all of those things too. But anyway, all right, friends. Right, where were we? I was telling you guys about all of the new room that we could go ahead and expand our museum and maybe even make cute little shops so that the different types of exhibits, like maybe we could have a haunted bookstore, for instance, that we had some of the ghosts in to bring supernatural people in. And maybe this whole area could start feeling like, oh, here's the playground or a school. We could really kind of designate each different building zone to make it look like it's a whole thriving downtown and not just a monopoly of a museum, which I also really love though, so I don't have much of a problem with that. And then I've also been thinking about building up on top of this field an area where we could move things like the large helicopters so that they could maybe go away from here and give us more room to grow our museum out organically. And also maybe have a spot where we can have staff members that don't really need to be in the full big area over here. Like the deconstruction, the like workstations, for instance, where I want to keep... Let's keep some of these constantly going. Do we need more drills? I think we do. I don't remember what for, but I remember we needed some drills for things. But also we could make maybe a like helicopter hangar. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. That could look like a secret science facility where we maybe slip in a few of the space related things that we could have fun with. Oh, do you guys think that means space lettuce? Is that what this is about, Daisy? She's demanding space lettuce, which is adorable. And then that would give us more room to work over here as well. Oh my gosh. So apparently I have a lot more planned than I thought. I thought that I was just going to be like, oh, I have a couple ideas, you guys. But it turns out that's not the case. And I actually have a bazillion ideas. Ooh, and we could do a graveyard up on top too, because that ghost dusting demo thing is very popular amongst our guests. I want to get more... I just want to make sure we constantly have more nets being made over here. Oh my gosh, there's so many puddles. We're going to have to get... What? Oh, my plants. Okay, my plants are yelling at me. My guinea pigs are yelling at me. And we need to get a cold water aquarium added onto our museum so that we can start working on receiving donations for cold water fish, some of whom I do believe we are about to go ahead and meet with more of the expeditions we are accomplishing. Let's come over. Let's expand our museum this way and make it so that guests and employees can get in and out of the facility. And then let us... Whee! Welcome back the crew who just went into more of the catacombs. They avoided sharks, but nothing else bad happened. Excellent work, my friends. Going to a place called Ravenous Caverns probably would make me nervous. I'll just be honest about that. And they have now found... Activate buzz bonuses on 4 sea monster exhibits to find new sea monsters! It's a fish-eat-fish world down there, and in these giant caves live the creatures who could swim atop the seafood pyramid. That's so exciting! And then there's Numdrop. Let's see what we can do if we want to explore Numdrop. And I wonder if I can actually send some of our staff out for, let's see... restocking food dispensers. We're gonna need to get some like professionally trained staff, I think, who can come over and help us with exploring the depths. Just so that we could possibly, you know, try to survive and manage everything. But Sea Monster Keeper Lord Thunder, I'm gonna teach you happy thoughts before we have you go out and become somebody dedicated to helping us get some of the pirates' sunken treasure. And then, other than worrying about a little bit of a curse, maybe a lot of bit of a curse with that experience level, we'll be able to, you know, things will happen there. So let's get a cold water aquarium in. Everything is fine. More chaotic than I expected as usual, but I'm optimistic that we have some nice ideas, perhaps. And then cold water aquarium. We also want to remember that those Wetlantians would like to see something new. They have a lot of the things that we think are quite exciting about the sea at their own home. What they would really like to encounter seems to be based around some top level, like land-based discoveries, like botany and prehistory, which are some of the types of exhibits that we will need to add on in and really include if we want to have the other plots available to us. There we go. And then let me see what we got here. Boom. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh, what are those? They're so cute. What are those? They're so cute. We need to go on an immediate expedition to Numdrop. From the top of Numdrop, you'll struggle to see beneath you, but already feel the water getting cooler. As the ocean floor plummets, so does the temperature. We have to go. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of ways to die. There's a lot of ways that we could just straight up disappear, but we'll have Salt Explort, Salty Sweet Wren. Go ahead and go with Diver Wren, I think. They might get lost in the beautiful sea caves, but they won't get permanently lost from the looks of it. Send them down with that survey scanner and bring us back an amazing... Oh my gosh. Is that... Oh my gosh, the survey skill boost is huge. For being like an early expedition explorer. I hadn't realized that. Well, gonna remember that too. And I guess Can we even do a speedy expedition? Oh my gosh. I'll sacrifice a little survey for speed and sending our divers and salt experts down to see what kind of cool, adorable little cold critter we could find. And maybe even speaking of cold critters, I'm kind of feeling the chill of excitement now. I might even go ahead. The frozen beehive, the snowing. Oh my gosh, we haven't even explored over here. Prehistory mysteries. Mountainous plants! Oh wow, you want to be ready for blizzards here. There's a lot of, it's blizzard season. It's literally blizzard season. When I want to go and do an expedition, it's... That's amazing. And we need a prehistory expert who has survival skills in order to go in the first place. You know? That checks out. That checks out for our luck and what I expect sometimes. That's really funny. I think perhaps it is time to go ahead and have a Peekalily swamp we could tend to while we're doing this. Let's see. And then Jungle Agent Annie. And then we're going to go ahead and expedition speedy. Oh, there we go. Oh, right there. So we need to get survival training on one of our rare, very rare actually, prehistory people. Huh. Maybe I need to hire a whole new prehistory person. Is anybody here really good at tours? Because I am now accepting applicants really, really good at tours, and we probably should go ahead and put in a application for somebody who's good at science so that we can start building more of the special thrilling like science materials. Oh my gosh. And now we've got more fish. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of extra lionhead fish that I didn't even realize that Star Eater had been having. Did I accidentally lose one of the other lionfish? Star Eater, didn't you have a mate that we named? I'm gonna back away really slowly and just hope that everything's gonna be okay there. And apparently we have a prehistory expert, or prehistory collector on their way. Just in time for me to kind of be like, oh dear, no, I'm sorry, Jenny. We really need a science member who possibly is able to read the books or at least learn new tricks. All right, so expedition's complete to the Pebberley Coast. We found a little bit of extra doubloons along the shore. Pristine Peekalily pads! I am sure those will either be great for money or great for being able to go ahead and impress the Wetlantians. And they did indeed get lost, though if it's anything like me, I'm sure Salt Expert, Salty Sweet Rin and Diver Rin were just enjoying the beauty of the caves. Yes, I know, my loves. I'm gonna get you some lettuce in a second. A wet wiper, just a mop on the ocean. Cold water climate, slime sucker. Helps clean the aquarium. School dinners, finds food on their own. No dispenser required. They're brown bagging it. I love it. I love it. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. And it just wants to it hates sharing an aquarium with a spider crab. I didn't even know we could have spider crabs. And I'm so happy that we were able to have a fun catch of a fish. We can go and do another detailed survey maybe this time to see what else we find there. And I have guinea pigs currently literally climbing on my feet. So I think that they too wish to join in on this expedition excitement, except in their case, they would really like it if Guinea Mom, for crying out loud, gosh freaking darn. Why? Okay, all right, now you're nibbling my toe daisy. All right, I'm going. I love them so much. We're just gonna have a nice expedition to go get a plant. I'm so happy because we've got the fish. Every time I think, surely, we have like figured out enough to keep us really occupied. Stuff like this happens and I just have to smile from ear to ear because there's even more. There's even more. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, please. Oh my gosh. Oh, Barry, my toe is not food, but that's really cute. And no, I don't have enough assistance. Oh dear.